Hi guys, this is Salima from My Heart Scraps. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making this cute little St. Patrick's Day themed pocket card. And we're also going to take a peek at this month's shipment. And we're also going to look at the current Fun Stampers Journey promotion, which is pretty lucky for you. And we'll talk about that at the end. So first what we're going to do is I've already stamped one, but I'm going to go ahead and stamp another one of these cute little tickets. It's called Everyone is Irish on St. Patrick's Day. And the stamp we're using is the Irish On. And it's a cute little ATS. I love ATSs because look how great this size is. So we're going to use that. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take your... I'm just using the whipped cream cardstock. And I'm going to... you get 25 sheets of this, and it's a pretty nice, it's a great weighted cardstock. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ink up my stamp. I like to ink mine up upside down, and this is a True Color Fusion. What that means is that it is a dye pigment ink, and so it dries darker and it's nice and juicy. I don't know if you guys can tell how juicy it is. So it's going to look splotchy at first, but you're going to go ahead and you're going to stamp it and it'll dry darker. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to lay that down and try to make sure you kind of hit all spots. And then you're going to lift it up, and we're going to fussy cut for a little bit, but that's the only thing we're going to fussy cut. So you don't really have to be very precise with this one. We're going to have about, I would say, 1/8 of an inch of a border. So I don't know about you guys. There's some comfort I get from fussy cutting. I love to fussy cut. Am I the only one who likes that? So this die set, this stamp set, sorry, this ATS, it's called an Artist Trading Stamp, is actually on sale this month for St. Patrick's Day, for the month of March. So this ink that I just used is also going to be discounted 20%. Okay, so one of the things we're going to be doing, this is the ink, it's called Kiwi Slice, and it's a beautiful, beautiful color. Really, really pretty color. Nice and rich green. So what we're going to do is... we're going to stamp a little, just to give it a little bit of dimension. We're going to stamp a little bit of background right on top of it. You're going to be able to see the green. And this comes from the Media Pattern set from Fun Stampers Journey, which is a really, really cool set. And it's very, very versatile for you mixed media artists, and even if you just want to give your card some dimension. So we're going to stamp in Sweet Pear. And Sweet Pear is fantastic because it's a lighter shade of green. It's almost going towards a, I want to say almost a lime green. So if you look, it just gives the card a little bit more of a dimension. So I'm going to go ahead and do it a couple more times. Well, maybe one time will be sufficient. I'm going to angle it. So that's what your tag is going to look like. I'm going to go ahead and use some Cool Splash, which is really, really cool. This is another, it's called Cool Pool. And it's called a Journey Silk, and it looks like nail polish. Look at it, it's really, really cool. And when you splash them on there, it gives it like a little bit of fun texture. But we're gonna color our little shamrock here. How fun is that? Look how pretty. It's actually green is my favorite color, which is probably why I'm so excited about this promotion. So we're just gonna go ahead gently, and we're just gonna color it in. So our shamrock has a little bit of shimmer, and we're going to let that dry for a second. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cut out our die. And you can't tell from the picture, but our die is actually a pocket card. So it's great because you can mount it, or you could use it on its own. You could use it as a gift card holder. And this guy, I believe, is on sale this month as well. We're gonna cut this out of sweet pear paper. Again, very nice weighted paper, and we're gonna create our pocket. You could use this with any embossing machine. I'm gonna use the Journey Grand. It is made by Spellbinders. It's the same thing as the Grand Caliber. And you're gonna take your A and C plate. One of the reasons I like their dies, Fun Stampers Journey dies, is that they give you a nice, crisp, almost as if you had embossed your card. So I like it because of that. I'll show you guys when I'm finished. So you don't even have to go through twice with this machine. You just roll it once. You get a nice, good, crisp cut. Don't be afraid of that shocking noise. That noise always shocks everyone. They think they're breaking their machine, but you're not. It's just noisy. So I just got this paper for this month for the promotion. It's a really beautiful paper, and that's also discounted at 20%. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and, oh, I already cut that one out, so we're good. That was good. So you get, I wanted to show you guys that when you cut with the Grand Caliber, I don't know if you could see, oh, I have to go through it again.
It's okay. That's okay.
Let's see if I could get it lined up perfectly. What I like about the Fun Stampers Journey dies is it's an American company, and what I love about it is that when you use a Fun Stampers Journey die, you get this amazing, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but I'm going to put it against the light and we'll see. You get these edges already embossed in, whereas with some other dies, you have to go ahead and get the rubber mat and redo it, but you get a nice crisp edge. So this is going to be our pocket card. Let me pull this out. I'm going to go ahead and fold it. I'm always flinging something. And I like to bend them back and then bend them forward. I'm just using the tip of my quick stick. And then before I go ahead and glue everything down, just a little tip for you new stampers out there is go ahead and give your edges a nice finish just to kind of make it pop. So I'm going to go around the edges with just a little finger dauber and a little bit of ink. Don't go too heavy, and because I just want this to pop against the rest of the green, the light green. You don't want to go too heavy. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the side. I'm not doing it on the side pockets, on the side tabs. You want to keep this as clean and simple as you can. I have a tendency, my girlfriends make fun of me because I always have ink on my hands, but we're not going to go that heavy. Okay, that was with Kiwi Slice, the darker green. So next what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of Journey tape, just some double-sided tape. And I tear it. I know a lot of people go and cut it. I'm just very simple with it. I've seen people where they actually even measure as well, and I have a little 16-month-old running around. I don't have time to be able to measure it. And you're going to glue it to the back. I hope you can see that. So I had already pre-done a tag, so I have 1 tag, 2 tags. And this one I'm going to put, the plain one I'm going to keep in the back. So I'm going to tuck one in there. And this one's going to go on the front. Before we do that though, I'm going to add This is my latest obsession. I love these, and I actually took it to a day crop with a couple of girlfriends, and they really liked them too. These are called confetti sparkle elements. I'm gonna actually sprinkle out a couple, but they are little cut. They're smaller than rhinestones. They're smaller than the sparkle cuts. They're just, I don't know how to explain it, but these are so much fun. So we're gonna take a couple of these and we're gonna put them on here, and we're gonna use a fine line applicator because you can get a precise drop on it. So I'm just going to put some randomly, just to give it a little bit more shimmer, probably in this white empty space. And I believe those are on sale this month too. 20% off. Guess we're all lucky in March. See, and it just gives it just a little something. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera as well, but put a couple more. You don't want to go overboard with these because we're going to sprinkle some other things on the card. This one fat.
Okay, now just keep going, and I'm going to fast forward through this part.
Okay.
So
Great idea.
People won't even know.
I think I'm going to stick with 3.
3 is all you're gonna do?
I think so.
Okay. Then, so you're coming back on to do something else?
Oh, actually. Wait. You're going to edit this all out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Once I say 3, 2, 1, we're gonna be back on though.
Okay. Let me do one on this
So
one.
you let me know when you're ready to get back on.
You're watching my method the way I am. It's so funny how I can try to be careful with certain things. And
You're doing fantastic.
thank you.
Okay, you ready to go back on?
30 seconds. Oh, well, I'm going to
You're gonna do all
that.
those?
No, I'm going to scoop those up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead and scoop those up. And then what are we doing next? You're gonna do the borders next?
Next, I'll add the borders, and then I'll put the
You're gonna do some
rhinestones.
hearts, right?
Yeah. I actually am going to do my heart first, and so I can put it to the side.
This part I'm just gonna cut out because it's taking too long.
Yeah, you're going to have to. You don't have to do anything. I'm very grateful. That sounded kind of like, you better cut it out.
No, you meant like you're
Or
gonna
I
have
cut you.
to for it to work. Yeah, I got you, baby. Okay,
Did you hear what I said? I cut you.
I know. That's a Spanish already. Okay, so let me know when you're ready to go back on.
Okay, I think we're ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
So we added the little, they're called confetti sparkle elements, and they're really just, I love these. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put this to the side for a second, and we're going to work on our heart. And I already have them pre-cut, but this is a fantastic system. I have problems with my hands sometimes with punches, and this system is really easy because you have a lever and it cuts out your hearts for you. So you just press down on the lever and it just works really well. So let me show you real quick how that works.
Turn the machine upside down so they can see them coming out. If you
So-
can. If you can.
Look how simple this is. It's so simple. And I've been looking for that my whole life, I believe. Okay, so I just cut out my hearts. I'm going to put these to the side for another project. And we're going to take the medium-sized heart. There's 3 sizes in the heart pack that you get here. What we're going to do is we're going to take, again, our fine line applicator, just to give this heart some interest. And we're going to go around and just squeeze out right along the edge. We're going to trace the heart on the inside. I've noticed that if it's been very cold out, your fine line applicators don't work very well. It's been very warm here in Texas today, so it's working. It's behaving. Fill in any gaps. You're not going to go very heavy What you're going to do is you're just going to put a little bit of sparkle just to give the heart some interest against everything else that's going on in the original pocket card. I don't use a bin or anything. I just used a plain piece of paper when I use glitter. Okay, I'm going to leave it on there for a second because I have found that when I leave it and forget it for a little bit and don't bother it, it works out better for me. Okay, so the next thing we are going to do is we are going to mount my favorite little chevron pieces. I love these. Look how great that pops against the sweet pear. So these are called the Border Basics. These were in the spring mini catalog. They are fantastic. They're absolutely fantastic. I love their dies. And you get 4 in a set. You get a cloud-like and you get the chevron, and I want to say it's kind of like grass because it's pierced. So you get 4 in a set. And what we're going to do is the bottom one we're going to mount to here, and then the top one we're going to mount up here. And I tried to match them up, but you don't have to if you don't want to. You can have them zigzag. It gives it more interest. I'm going to take my journey tape. Put it on the bottom border, and I think I will take a couple drops of the Journey Glaze just so that it's set nice. This is what I love fine line applicators for. Put some on the ends. When I was teaching about 2 or 3 years ago, I used this to fix a hem on a pair of pants. I had to. My heel had caught my hem as I was running up the stairs. I'm sure it was quite funny for all the kids. And I think it was like coming up from lunch duty or something. And I had to go in the bathroom, and I sure did. I ran the scrapbooking club, so I had some, and I had to fix my hem with it, but it worked really well. Scrapbooking supplies come in very handy on daily life. So you kind of want to make sure that it's sitting nice and straight, but you have this bottom edge here to help you. Turn it over. Give it a good press. I'm going to burnish it with the end of this quick stick. We're going to mount this on a card so you're not going to have all of this showing. And this part we're going to go ahead and put on top. So I'm going to try to match it as much as I can. I'm going to use my guide here to help me. I think that's about there. I'm going to go ahead and use the fine line applicator. So if you're a fan of piercing elements, like clouds, hearts, and all that stuff, we have those on sale this month too. So if you need your dies and you've been waiting for a while, because some of the dies, I've seen the piercing circles and the piercing pendants as much as $29. So this is a good price, and it's a good time to go ahead and stock up on some. Go ahead and press it down, and we're going to go ahead and turn it around. Okay, so that's done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take some foam. We're going to put our first tag, the one that's the first tag without the confetti elements in the back. We're going to take the other one and we're going to mount it on the front just to give it some interest so it's not so boring. One of the things I do with I I buy the dollar brand of foam dots and stuff, and what I do is I just go ahead and use the whole thing. And then peel some off because you're still going to get the sticky part. So go ahead and mount this on foam. And you want a substantial piece to cover both areas. So I have a new website and a new blog coming out, and it is called iheartscraps.com. And I have a section dedicated to different parts of life. So, for example, I'm very interested in food politics, so I have recipes on there that are healthy for you. I had a baby after 15 years of trying and many losses, so I have some support tips and just some everyday things that I had encountered and learned. And then I obviously have my lovely cards there, and see if we can gain some inspiration for you. And I'll probably be participating in some charity items. On there, you'll be able to find Fun Stamper Journey products and the card of the month. Or I'm going to try to, my goal is going to be to do a new project each month to share. And I'll have other cards and stuff laid there for throughout the month as well. And our first one is going to be a giveaway, so please make sure and you keep checking back, because we will have a giveaway for the first launch of the website. You can also find where you can order from Fun Stamper's Journey. I'm coach number 569, so feel free to go and check the stuff out. It's a fantastic product, and the best thing about it, I have to tell you, is that they're made in the US. You're supporting an American company with people picking up the phone right there in Arizona. So I'm taking some Journey twine. This is the whipped cream, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a bow for this side right here. So, but I'm going behind the first tag and in between the second tag. Ticket. Got caught there. I have a couple layers just so that I could create a nice bow. So what we're going to do is I pulled it behind. You may have to pull up your foam tape. I hadn't realized I put so much foam. We're going to pull this tag out because now once we press it down, it's going to be there stuck good. And I'm going to bring it back a little bit lower because I want it edged up with my heart. Should have laid this down before I did it. Okay, that should be okay. Make sure you kind of toggle this guy, and we're going to come around and we're going to separate the strings so it gives you a little bit more dimension, and we're going to center that heart right in the middle. I'm not a fantastic bow maker, but it'll be nice to have a little bow and a little heart in the middle, because everyone's Irish on St. Paddy's Day. And you see in New York City, all the people for St. Patrick's Day parade say, "Kiss me, I'm Irish," so I like to celebrate it. So we're gonna trim these down, and we're gonna go back and grab our heart, because the glitter should be nice, and it's not full. You're not gonna have a full page, a full filled in heart, but you are going to have, let me see if you could see it against the white. You're going to have a little bit of the glitter peeking through. So I'm going to go ahead and take it and shake it off, tap it a few times. It's really iridescent. Oops. Did I mention I was clumsy? I don't know if you got that yet. Okay, so we're gonna mount him too, and if you have to do any fixing, just go ahead with your quick stick. All right, we're gonna mount it with our foam dots. I would say use about 2 or 3. I'm gonna stick it right in the middle, so it kind of holds down my bow. And I'll do a third. Right there. And we're gonna trim everything down. Just gonna take your heart, place it on top, and we're almost done. Do a little bit of cleanup if you need to. Okay. Oh, and we have, take the smaller heart. We're gonna, you know, fill in the other corner. I think that's a design, I heard that somewhere, but I think I just used to do it out of, you know, brings your eye to there. We're gonna take our white Stabilo pen. This one is the Signo Uniball one, not the, there's another brand. And we're just gonna trace around the heart. And while you have your pen out, I heard a trick is to write on your finger before you use your Uniball pen, because then it'll help it run a little bit clearer. We're just gonna give some dots. Make sure that everyone can see that heart. Gives it a little contrast. And we're gonna do the same thing to our chevron down here. Not too much. Okay. And we're gonna mount that as well with some foam dots. Can you tell I like mounting things with foam dots? I don't know if you got that yet as well. So two things, I'm clumsy and I love foam dots. I don't want to smush him down too much because I want him to feel, you know, to have dimension. And then we have these lovely, if you missed out on the promotion last month, I mean, these Journey sequins were buy one, get one last month, and these are probably some of the most beautiful sequins I have ever seen. I love these. My girlfriends are raving about them, and they are a big hit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put one or two down here. I'm going to pick the smallest and the medium sized one. And I'm going to apply, use my fine line applicator again. And I'm going to put two dots. And then I'm going to put a dot in the middle of my heart. I love this quick stick. And I'm not even paying attention to the colors because they really match really well, except that I think I want a little bit of contrast color here. And I'm going to layer them. They have some pieces that are so small that you can layer them together, which is fantastic. I'm gonna put these two here just to give a little bit more color to our card. Oh, let me add one more dot. And we are almost done with our cute little project. So we can share with somebody and make their day. It'd be great to put a Thin Mint, the Thin Mint Andes candies. And look how great that looks. I love that pink right there. It's not even perfect, it's kind of off kilter. The last part of our project is, and we're gonna trim our string, is we're going to take a plain card base. These are part of the Fun Stampers Journey piercing elements. And we're gonna mount it to our card base. This is a top folding card, and we're going to mount the green. And you wanna be, with the green, you wanna kinda get it as centered as you can. I'm just using double-sided tape. You can use your ATG gun, but you want to make sure that you put enough that it's going to stick well. This is Journey liner tape. It's pretty tacky. It's the only time when tacky's a compliment is when you use glue. You say tacky to anyone else, they'll be upset at you. So we're going to go ahead and This is my first video where I'm actually making something with you guys and not showing you the finished product, so I'm really nervous. But I appreciate you stopping by. So you can also reach me at iheartscraps@gmail.com or on Facebook at iheartscraps. And so what we're going to do is we're going to just make sure you center it. And I learned a really neat trick if you're a first-time card maker or if you're new at this. If you line up and get 3 of the corners right, it should center pretty perfectly. And last but not least, we're going to make this a little bit off center. We're going to pretend we've had a little bit of some green beer for St. Patrick's Day, and we're going to have it tilted. So what I did is we're just adding some more Journey tape, some more double-sided liner, give it a nice strong budge. And then we're going to just put it off kilter. You just want to give it some interest because you don't want too many straight lines, and I think it goes well with the chevrons. Make sure everything's tucked down. Don't forget to press this down a little bit for your foam tape. I'm going to add a little bit of fine liner. There you go. And we're going to trim our Journey thread, and we will have a nice finished product. There you go. Everyone is Irish on St. Patrick's Day. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please make sure to hit subscribe for more videos, and don't forget to check out the blog for the first giveaway. Thank you so much for watching. I had a lot of fun making it for you. Take care.